Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Chill English Talks. I'm Edward, and as always, I'm here with Marie. We are so happy you've decided to spend this time with us today. Whether you're listening on your way to work, while you're cooking dinner, or just taking a quiet moment for yourself, thank you for being here.
Hello, dear friends. I'm Marie. And Edward, I have to start by saying you seem very thoughtful today, a little quiet. Is everything okay?
That's a kind observation, Marie. To be perfectly honest, I woke up today feeling a bit heavy. You know those mornings where your motivation feels just out of reach? I looked at my list of goals, and for a moment, I just wanted to close my eyes and go back to sleep.
Oh, I know that feeling so well. It's not sadness, exactly. It's more like a tiredness of the spirit. Like your brain sends you a memo that says, "We are taking a personal day. Please reschedule all your ambitions."
Yes, exactly. And I think that's a feeling many of our listeners understand. Not just in life, but specifically in their English learning journey. You open your textbook or you open a conversation app, and a voice inside whispers, "What's the point? This is too hard. I'll never get there."
That whisper can be so loud. It can make you want to quit, to give up. And that's why we chose our topic today. We're calling this episode Don't Give Up. But we don't want to just shout those words at you. We want to explore what it really means to keep going when everything in you wants to stop.
We want this to be a conversation about gentle persistence, about kindness to yourself. This isn't about being a relentless, unstoppable machine. It's about being a human who sometimes gets tired and learns how to rest without quitting.
We'll share some of our own stories, times when we truly wanted to throw in the towel. We'll talk about the very practical, small things you can do when motivation disappears. And as always, we'll make sure you learn some powerful and comforting English words to describe these feelings.
So, let's start by reframing this idea. Don't give up. What does that phrase mean to you, Marie, when you're having one of those heavy days?
On those days, don't give up doesn't mean force yourself to run a marathon. It means don't throw away your shoes. It means maybe you just tie your laces, or maybe you just walk to the end of your street. The important part is that you don't sell your shoes. You keep the possibility alive.
I love that. You protect the future version of you who will want to run. There are two wonderful English words for this. The first is perseverance. Perseverance is the quality of continuing to try to achieve something despite difficulties. It's a long-term commitment. It's quiet and steady.
And the second is resilience. Resilience is your ability to become strong, healthy, or successful again after something difficult. It's your bounce-back power. It's not about avoiding the fall. It's about how you get back up.
So, don't give up is really about nurturing your perseverance and your resilience. But to do that, we need to understand what's making us want to quit in the first place. It's rarely just one thing. It's often a pile of small stones that feels like a mountain.
Let's name some of those stones. First, there are obstacles. These are external blocks. A busy job, family responsibilities, financial stress, or even just a lack of quiet space to study. They are real, practical problems that take up your time and energy.
Then there are setbacks. A setback is when you feel you've moved backward. You studied hard for a test and failed. You finally tried to speak and someone didn't understand you. It feels like a punch in the stomach. It makes you question all your progress.
When obstacles and setbacks happen again and again, your whole journey starts to feel like an uphill battle. You're constantly climbing, exhausted, and the peak seems to get farther away, not closer.
And in that long uphill battle, it's the easiest thing in the world to lose heart. This beautiful phrase means to lose hope, courage or enthusiasm. Your heart, which was once full of excitement for learning, just feels empty, deflated.
If you have felt this, if you feel this right now, please, please understand this does not mean you are lazy. It does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. It means you have been trying, and trying is tiring.
We know this because we've lived it. Marie, can you tell us about a time you hit a real low point with English?
I can. It's a vivid memory. I was at what I thought was an intermediate level. I decided to watch a popular English sitcom without subtitles as a challenge. My friends said, "It's so easy, you'll understand it."
And did you?
Not a word. Well, maybe a word here and there, but the jokes, the rapid conversations, it was just a stream of confusing sounds. I felt humiliated sitting there alone. To make it worse, the next day I got a writing assignment back from my teacher covered in corrections. In that moment, I felt like I had hit rock bottom.
Hit rock bottom to reach the lowest and weakest point you can imagine.
Yes, I thought, that's it. I'm not smart enough for this language. This dream is too big for me. I shut my laptop and I cried. I felt so stupid. The desire to quit was incredibly strong. I wanted to uninstall every app, throw away every notebook, and never think about English again.
What did you do in that moment? What was the first tiny step?
The first step was to step away. I gave myself unconditional permission to not think about English for 48 hours. I watched movies in my language, I called an old friend, I baked cookies, I tended to my disappointed heart.
That's so important. The pause is not quitting. The pause is part of the journey.
After those 2 days, the storm of emotion had calmed. I asked myself one simple question. Do I really want to stop, or do I just want the pain of struggling to stop? The answer was clear. I didn't want to abandon my dream, so I decided to push through, but I had to redefine what that meant.
What did it mean for you?
It meant making my goal microscopic. My new, non-negotiable daily task was this: listen to one slow English podcast for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, while brushing my teeth or making my bed. No note-taking, no pressure. Just let the sounds wash over me. That was my entire commitment.
From become fluent to listen for 5 minutes, that's a huge, beautiful shift.
It was. And something magical happened. After a few weeks of this tiny, guilt-free habit, I started recognizing phrases. I caught the joke in the podcast intro. A tiny spark of confidence returned. I was starting to bounce back.
To bounce back is to return to your normal strength or happiness after a difficult time.
Yes, I wasn't at the top of the mountain, but I could finally see a light at the end of the tunnel, a small sign that things were getting better. My perseverance was no longer a grim fight. It was a quiet, daily returning.
Thank you for sharing that. It's a powerful story. I had a similar experience, though not with language. A few years ago, I committed to running 3 times a week. I made a beautiful, color-coded schedule, and for 2 weeks, I was perfect.
Let me guess, life happened?
Life happened. A busy work project, a family visit, bad weather. I missed a week. Then I missed 2. I looked at my perfect schedule and felt like a total failure. The all-or-nothing voice in my head said, "You've ruined it. You might as well quit." I wanted to give up entirely.
That all-or-nothing thinking is such a dream killer. How did you break out of it?
I talked to a runner friend. I confessed my failure, and she laughed kindly and said, "Edward, you haven't failed. You've just had a busy month. You're still on the right track. The track is longer than 1 month." She told me to stick with it, to stay the course, but she also told me to change the course to fit my life.
What did you change?
I threw away the color-coded schedule. My new goal became run once this week. Any day, any distance. Just once. That's it. Removing the pressure of the perfect plan was like opening a window. I ran that Saturday, just 2 kilometers, and it felt like a victory. I had stayed the course by forgiving myself for the detour.
That's a lesson for all of us. Now, how can our listeners apply this? Let's move from stories to simple strategies. What can you do today if you feel like giving up on your English?
Strategy 1. Redefine your win. A win is no longer study for 1 hour. A win is open my notebook. A win is listen to the first 90 seconds of this podcast. Make the victory so small it's impossible to fail. This isn't about lowering standards. It's about building a sustainable habit. Consistency with tiny actions beats occasional exhausting giant actions.
Strategy 2. Practice compassionate self-talk. Listen to the voice in your head. Is it a cruel drill sergeant? You're so slow. You'll never learn this. If it is, you must gently interrupt it. Talk to yourself like you would to a scared child or a dear friend. It's okay to be frustrated. This is tough. Let's just try one more time, together. Changing this inner dialogue is the most important skill for resilience.
Strategy 3. Find your why and put it where you can see it. Why did you start learning English? Was it to travel? To connect with family? To get a better job? To understand songs and movies? Write that reason down on a sticky note. Put it on your mirror, your phone background, your fridge. When the motivation fades, your why is the anchor that will hold you steady.
Strategy 4. Use the 2-minute rule. When the resistance feels huge, tell yourself, I will do this for just 2 minutes. Open the textbook for 2 minutes. Practice pronunciation for 2 minutes. Often, starting is the only hard part. After 2 minutes, you can stop guilt-free, but you'll often find you want to continue.
And strategy 5. Create a supportive environment. You cannot persevere in a vacuum. Follow encouraging English teachers on social media. Join a friendly learners group. Tell one person about your goal. When you feel like quitting, go to that environment. Let the energy and support of others carry you for a little while.
Now, let's take a slow, gentle walk through the vocabulary we've used today. Think of this as collecting tools for your heart and your mind.
First, perseverance, steady effort. Example, learning a language requires perseverance more than talent.
Resilience, bounce back power. Example, her resilience after failing the exam was inspiring. She just studied a new way.
Obstacle, a block in your path. Example, time is the biggest obstacle for most adult learners.
Setback, a move backward. Example, the canceled conversation class was a setback, but we rescheduled.
Uphill battle, a very difficult struggle. Example, staying motivated alone can feel like an uphill battle.
Lose heart, to lose hope. Example, I began to lose heart after I couldn't understand the movie.
Hit rock bottom, to reach the lowest point. Example, when he lost his job, he felt he had hit rock bottom.
Push through, to continue with effort through difficulty. Example, I wanted to stop, but I pushed through and finished the lesson.
Bounce back, to recover. Example, children often bounce back from disappointment quickly.
Light at the end of the tunnel, a sign of hope. Example, understanding that first full conversation was my light at the end of the tunnel.
On the right track, moving in the correct direction. Example, your accent is improving. You're definitely on the right track.
Stick with it or stay the course, to continue with a plan. Example, it's boring now, but stick with it. It will get more interesting.
We want to leave you with one final thought.
Giving up is a permanent decision to abandon a future possibility. Resting is a temporary pause. Changing your method is an intelligent adjustment. Please don't confuse them.
Your journey in English and in anything that matters to you is made up of thousands of small moments. Some will be moments of brilliant clarity. Many will be moments of quiet, ordinary practice. And some will be moments where you sit on the floor and want to cry. All of them are part of it. The only way to lose is to stop entirely.
So, our challenge to you is this. In the comments below, finish this sentence. Right now, I am choosing not to give up on. Tell us what you're protecting, your dream, your effort, your own potential. Let's create a wall of encouragement for each other.
If this conversation felt like a friend reaching out a hand, please let us know. Like this video. It helps us reach more people who might need this message. Subscribe to Chill English Talks. Share it with one person who is fighting their own uphill battle.
Thank you from the very bottom of our hearts for listening, for showing up, for not giving up today. This is Edward.
And this is Marie.
We've been listening to Chill English Talks. Be unbelievably kind to yourself this week.
Keep going. One small, gentle step at a time. We believe in you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.